up, you guys? Welcome back to Chins and Giggles, episode
63.
63, you guys. We hope you guys are having a fantastic morning, afternoon, night, whatever time you're watching this. We got to bring up the energy today.
Yes, queen.
Like, we got to bring it up, girl.
Well, it's been up, girl.
We started an hour late because we were both running behind, and then like you get here and then I get here, and then we're like trying to figure out lighting, and then I was wearing something that I was like, I just didn't like what I was wearing. And then I changed, and now we're here.
Yes.
And now we're filming.
We're filming, queen. We're here. It's fine. It's fine. Energies are up, you guys. What's good? I hope you guys are having an amazing Friday or Thursday whenever you're listening.
Or weekend, weekday, whatever time you guys are listening to this about my
screaming?
day.
Oh, it's my time.
Is your timer going off again? We just had this conversation.
No, because I'm pumping and I had to time the 15 minutes. Sorry.
Oh, guys, literally right before we started, Crystal was like, phones are on silent. Cool. Double check. Yes. 2 minutes into the
podcast. My boob
podcast.
is bigger than the other.
You actually, in person, yes. One is massive.
One's like...
And it's because she has a
it's
pump.
The hair, the big hair cover you get.
You want to tell them why it looks like that? Oversupply?
Because I only have... it's an oversupply boob. Like, why? No. So, oh my god, it's so hard to like leave like the house. So we're kind of like running up and down, and then Brian's grabbing the pumps, and I guess we forgot like a piece for the LV pumps. So I didn't have a choice. So I only have one pump on, and now I have to actually switch it because my 15 minutes are up.
Did the air just go on? Guys, if you guys hear any noises at all, like the air going off, our kids yelling in the back, screaming, crying, throwing up, it's because we're moms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't take myself serious with this boob, girl. The boob of it all.
My God. Literally can't tell, honestly.
But I really want to get tan too, because right now I'm actually rare moment, but I'm showing my arms. I'm actually really
I don't do that often
about
either.
My arms, girl. And maybe if I tan them, they wouldn't look like boulders.
No, stop. They don't look bad at all. I honestly, for me, I'm not gonna lie. Like, yes, like I like to tan because I feel like it just kind of like tones a little bit.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, I feel like my makeup just like, it's like a different vibe. I don't know how to explain it. It's just a thing.
No, yeah, but I feel like I need tan, especially on my arms. So I might try it out.
I feel like you would like just like a layer of like a golden moment.
Yeah. I forgot to mention my hair.
Oh my God, your hair. Tell them about your hair.
Yeah. Okay, guys. She's having an identity crisis. I don't know if I want to be a clean girl. I don't know if I want to be a glam girl. I don't know if I want to be
me
that
every day.
Girl.
I literally me.
I don't know
if
I want to be fodonga. I don't know what vibe I'm going for right now. She's lost.
Me.
Yeah. So
every single day.
I think she missed the blonde a little bit. So we just added. I mean, you can't even see it on the. That's a problem. We can't see it on the video, huh? You can't see the blonde much.
You
right?
could see the honey. It looks like a honey.
It looks honey. In person, it does look the same.
What?
In person, it looks like that.
Yeah, it looks like blonde honey vibes.
It's very subtle, like very subtle. We're actually just working with extensions. I didn't even like bleach my hair. I hit up Tony. I'm like, can we do low lights with just extensions? Like, I don't want to touch my hair. I don't want to burn it because I think that's why I went dark, because I was just so tired of like my hair being so like bad. It was literally like super bleached. So we added just a little bit of subtle highlights in it, like low lights. So it's still brunette. I think that's what I was missing. I was missing the brunette. So I still got like my blonde in there, but very subtle, like very that warm like vibes. I don't know. I was missing the warm vibes.
Yeah.
So
because you're still brunette, it's still dark, but like you have those lights.
Yeah, because I feel like blonde does make you look older. I remember I used to get very like señora vibes. Remember I told you? I felt like
you know what? I don't know. That shit. It just depends. Blonde is just a look sometimes.
It depends. If when I was like in my really blonde moment,
language,
I felt like a Señora, for sure.
I get it.
Yeah. So right now it's like balanced. You know, you got your blonde in it a little bit, and then you got your brunette. So I'm kind of living for it right now, queen.
Well, speaking of hair, I actually got the Airspun. Airspun. Just a powder. I got the Air. What the fuck is it called? The Dyson Airwrap. There you go. I'm like, I got it yesterday.
Airhead.
And let me show you guys. So I'm kind of sad because this morning I liked it much.
Yeah, she's a queen.
First of all, it's giving frizz up here. Like I look kind of crazy. But this morning,
that's all you used?
Yes, but this is the thing, Mayra. Like when I first did my hair, it was super volume, like a lot of volume, and like it was really like bouncy. It's been like 2 hours, and honestly, I feel like it's flattening out. I feel like with maybe I should have changed the attachment and used a smaller one for like the bottom of my hair. because I feel like the curls completely have fallen. But I think it's just supposed to give you that like.
I like the blown out. It's giving like a blowout look.
I think that's what it's supposed to give, right? But
it's giving that.
I kind of wanted the curls to like hold up a little bit more. Let me know, guys, what I'm doing wrong. I did like my hair was damp and everything, like they say, you know, like.
She's a queen.
But it's really, I like the device. It's really cool.
It's expensive, huh?
It is, but it is really cool. Yeah, it's expensive. But it's really cool to curl it. Like it's cool because like I feel like you don't put much effort because it kind of wraps it by itself, and all you do is like this. I just wish that the curls lasted longer. Maybe I should add hairspray or something, or maybe I should have switched like to a smaller rod for my hair. I don't fucking know, but I love it for like the everyday like blowout look. I just wish it was a little bit like tighter curls, or maybe my hair is just. I feel like my hair is just like that. Like every fucking curl just falls out, but. Anyways, yeah.
Would you add any blonde in your hair? I know you were telling me earlier.
What the fuck was I saying, girl? I didn't say I was gonna add no blonde to my hair, girl.
No.
I told Mayra, I was like, I really like your hair, cause I'm a black hair girl.
Yes.
Like I love my black hair, and I was telling, like, I literally don't know if I would ever switch for my black hair. And I was telling Mayra, like, I think if I ever wanted to do blonde and experiment, I would do what you did, cause I feel like it's still like the brunette look, but it has a little bit of highlights in there.
I think on camera, the blonde is picking up like more warm, so my hair just looks like chocolate on the camera.
No, it looks. I think it's picking it up. It's picking it up nice. I like it. It's giving like.
But in person, you can see that the blonde does pick up a little more bright.
It does pick up more in person, yeah. But I like it. I like that. I feel like if I ever did, maybe I'd do that. But honestly, I don't think I would. That's the thing. Like, I feel like I'm so comfortable with like my black hair.
And it's just a comfort thing. Black hair. Like, I actually love it on you. I just don't know. I feel like it's such a big transition from the blonde to black that I just was. And my hair wasn't even black. It was like a dark brown. And I just felt like I wasn't myself.
I like this look a lot.
I don't know. I really do like it. I do. And then the summer's here. I don't know. I know. I'm used to. That's the thing, though. Like you're used to your black. I'm used to my blonde, and somehow I was able to, meet in between and still have my brunette moment.
I get it. For me, it's like my hair is black, but like even with summer, like that's when I start thinking, like, should I change my hair? But I never do. But I start thinking about it, like, should I do it? Or when summer's coming up, you just think of chopping off your hair. Like not like a pixie cut, because I've never thought of that. Imagine us with a pixie cut.
Me with my round ass face could never
look like a man.
I believe in like your face. The way you style your hair, it shapes it.
I just feel like my features.
I think
it wouldn't go.
I have a round face. Like my face is like round. I feel like for my face features, I have to have a lot of face framing. Like, cause honey, like. Part. Even my hair like up slick in a bun, girl, I look like a fucking moon. Like she has a round face.
I think that even at like age 50, 60, if I could make it to that age.
I don't get it.
I will not have a pixie cut.
I tell my mom, it's not for me. Do not chop your hair off because you're going to look older.
My mom doesn't want to chop her hair off.
That's good.
My mom, we've told her, like, why don't you get the señora haircut? And she's like, never. It could never be me. I mean, obviously, like, the señoras look iconic with it and stuff. It's kind of like that señora,
Kris
like,
Jenner
vibe, But, like, I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like for me, getting a pixie cut would be like, oh my God, I'm literally a grown señora. And I don't know if it's my style.
Yeah.
But then, like, your hair thins out over time, and maybe that's the only option. I'm already on my way there. Imagine.
When does postpartum hair loss start, girl? Because
like 3 months after.
I'm gonna be 3 months out. And good thing I put on tape-ins because I'm not looking forward to that.
Postpartum was rough.
I was thriving with my hair. Even Tony told me, he's like, damn, your hair's really full. He told me even at my baby shower, he's like, your hair is like at its fullest right now it's ever been.
And that pregnancy hair
really comes through.
Really
I was
does.
like coming on here on the podcast without hair extensions. Wow. I mean, my hair looked fine.
I could never.
But I feel like I could never before.
Like, I would literally look like I have three fucking greñas
fucking
on my
hairs hair. Could never.
No, dead ass. If I came on here with no extensions, you guys would be like, it's giving pixie cut. No, my hair's not that short.
Pixie cut.
My hair's not that short. No.
I was gonna say, how long is your hair?
Let me grab a piece of my hair. This is my hair. It's probably like right here.
It's giving pixie. I just get it.
It's short. It's like up here. But For me, it's not even the length, bitch, because I've cut my extensions to that length.
That's true.
For me, it's the fucking thin hair.
Because if I want short hair, like I'm still gonna probably wear extensions.
Give me a bob, but I need some like thickness in there.
Bitch, I would be with
don't
extensions, even having Kris Jenner's hair.
Even if I had a pixie cut, I need some fucking
what is a pixie
volume.
cut? Is it the one that's like
the pixie cut? Is like literally like Kris Jenner,
like mushroom energy?
No, like pixie cut, like short hair, like Sonora hair.
Like Kris Jenner.
Yeah.
Oh,
right. That's what the
like
pixie cut is, right? Yeah. No, you're thinking of like a bob. No, I think I'd do a bob. I mean, I don't want to do it, but like if I had to, I would. But then again, like maybe one day, I don't know. Like when I think of short hair for me, like I think of like here.
I think like the cute vibe, like over the boob.
Yeah, that's what I think of too. I just feel like, if you're just big, it's just for me.
I feel like I look bigger.
I feel bigger with short hair.
Yeah.
I need 40-inch extensions.
What length is yours?
I always get like 22 inch. But then I add a bunch of layers and stuff. So.
She's a queen. No, yeah, the layers help it. But yeah, I can't do short hair. When my pregnancy it was short, but it was like still above my boob.
Mm-hmm. When I go short, that's what I do, like right above the nipple.
Yeah, that's cute.
Okay, so this is a really exciting episode. Obviously, if you guys see the title, like, I have exciting news. I'm not pregnant. Just saying that because I feel like people are gonna say that like oh,
you're totally gonna click thinking
I have really exciting news, you guys. This is so crazy. But I'm coming out with a children's novel.
Wow,
which is crazy. I didn't like know exactly what the name of like the type of book is. I'm like, it's like an illustrated book, children's novel, like a fictional, story. So I'm gonna bring her out right now.
You guys,
this is crazy, guys.
This is so crazy because Karina. Okay, this is how I found out about it. A few days ago, Karina posted on her stories. She's like, "Oh my god, something's coming out that I've been working on for years," and I was like, me being her twin sister, I'm messaging her like, "What are you talking about?"
I had told you and Luis like years ago. I was like, I'm writing this book.
You did tell us honestly.
But I never talked about it, I guess, much.
It was brought up maybe once, so I thought I'm like, maybe it's an idea, and it just like never went through.
I think I told you guys very little about it.
And that's so crazy, because I feel like it's such a big deal, and we didn't even like know about it.
Guys, literally right before coming onto the podcast today, I showed my sister Jasmine and my mom. I was like, look, I came out with a book. And my mom was like, what?
Yes.
And then Jasmine was like, oh my God, Karina, this is so cool. Like, why didn't you? And I was showing her. I'll show you guys right now too. But like, I just want to say it's not an autobiography. Is that what you call it? It's not an autobiography. The book is not about me. Like, this is like a children's novel, like a fictional, like 3 fictional characters that like, okay, I'm gonna talk about it. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys.
Show it.
So the book is called Slime Shop. And right when you're thinking Slime Shop, you're thinking like, oh, like our slime shop.
Cute.
It's not about our slime shop. In fact, I'm not in the book. None of us are. It's literally just 3 kids who have a slime shop. The slimes actually have like personalities. They come to life.
I was going to say the ones that are right there on the cover. Those are it.
There's a lot of different characters and a lot of different, just a little sneak peek, you guys. A lot of different personalities in the slimes, and it's a whole storyline, Mayra. This is crazy. I will say I have done books before. Like I did my slime books. Like my very first book ever was a slime book, and this was like back in like I think like 2016, 2017. I can't remember exactly what year it was, but that was really exciting, But this is like different. Like whenever I've done books in the past, it was either like slime recipes or like DIY books. Like this is like, for me, this is different because this is literally like illustrated book. This is a story. It's a fictional story. Like that's crazy. Like
that's
it's like
so crazy.
Like what? It's illustrated.
Can I see it? Because crazy. Karina, showing me for the first time here, like when I got here to the room, she was like, look, and I was like, Karina, obviously I didn't want to see it because I wanted to get my reaction on here, but what the heck?
That's crazy, huh?
So it's 3 kids.
So cute. 3 kids that have a slime shop. And the slimes come to life when the kids are not there. And it's like a whole thing, Mayra. There's drama. There's a love story. There's all kinds of stuff in there. There's a villain. You always need a villain in a story. And like there's everything
when
in there.
You told me this, I was like, oh, it's probably like another how to make slime like recipes.
And guys, I know this is going to sound so stupid. You know how everybody's always like, I've been working on this for years, blah, blah, blah. Like, first of all, I don't even know where to start because it takes an entire team. You know, there's illustrators, there's writers. Basically, I wrote up this like whole outline, Mayra, like this entire outline, like paragraphs, you guys, like paragraphs of like what the entire like I told the entire story, but without a script because I don't know how to do the whole scripting. That's not me. I'm not like an author like that, you know? So I wrote like this entire, like in detail what the book is, the story and everything. We pitched it to the publishers and they were like, we love it. Let's do it. I was like,
God, this is so iconic.
So crazy, huh?
Are you gonna mention kind of like how it starts at all, like, or what it's about?
Yeah, I kind of do want to mention the storyline because there's so much to it.
I like how it starts.
Dead ass, you guys. The book itself, from the moment like production happened with it, with first of all, I don't even know where to start because it takes an entire team. Wow. You know, there's illustrators, there's writers. You know, you're not the only author. Like, there's so much. You know, like you have this idea, but you need all the help. Like, I could never write a script like that. You know, like, so for me, it was just an idea that I was like, this is so cool. This would be so fun. You know, like as a movie, I thought. You know, but obviously to me,
so cute.
I just told my manager, I was like, I think this would be such a cute movie. Obviously, like we don't have the access to that. Like there's no way like this would happen, you know? But he was like, actually, that's such a cool idea to start off as a book. Like that's so cool, you know? And I was like, is that even doable? Like to do a book on it? And basically I wrote up this like whole outline, Mayra, like this entire outline, like paragraphs, you guys, like paragraphs of like what the entire like I told the entire story, but without a script because I don't know how to do the whole scripting. That's not me. I'm not like an author like that, you know? So I wrote like this entire, like in detail what the book is, the story and everything. We pitched it to the publishers and they were like, we love it. Let's do it. I was like,
God, this is so iconic.
So crazy, huh?
Are you gonna mention kind of like how it starts at all, like, or what it's about?
Yeah, I kind of do want to mention the storyline because there's so much to it.
I like how it starts.
I want to mention the story. I want to mention like a lot of it. It's just like so crazy.
Okay, do you want me to start asking you questions or do you just want to kind of go through it? Because I have a lot of questions.
You could ask me stuff.
Okay, so can I kind of show, like, to say how it starts a little bit?
Yeah,
it's kind of iconic. I literally, you guys, I'm telling you, like, I had not heard any detail about this. It starts with like they're setting up the camera. She's a YouTuber.
Well, the three of them have they're just on social media. Like
that is so crazy. And she's like, she's gonna make slime on there.
Is that Sophia? She's the one starting off, like the little girl. Yeah. So okay, so it's here.
Yes. Sorry.
The back for you, like the summary. You know how they all have that. Bailey, Sophia, and Jaden run the BSJ Slime Shop. But what the three slime makers don't know is that when they're not around, the slimes come to life. When the creators begin shipping slimes off to who knows where, the slimes left at the shop worry that they're next. Yeah. Even as the popular slime Polly tries to convince her friends that everything is fine, Boris, a grumpy green slime, starts taking things into his own hands. Slimes start disappearing, and suddenly the shop is full of zombie slimes.
Oh, that's
it's literally
so
a whole thing,
cute.
Mayra. With half of the shop zombified and the other half scared silly, Polly has no choice but to go on a quest, along with her friends Max and Karma, to discover the truth about the slime shipments and find a way to save their friends before it's too late. Will they be able to turn everyone back into themselves, or will the slime shop get shut down for good? And that's like the gist of it.
Wait, so the storyline. Who did the storyline?
The story outline was me. I literally I could find it in my notes, Mayra. I remember showing, I think it was Luis, and it was like this long ass, I don't know how to put together a freaking script, none of that. So I just wrote down like a fucking
This was your idea that you pitched.
I'm sorry guys, I'm over here cussing talking about my children's novel. Oh my lord.
This was your idea that you pitched, right?
It was, yeah. I wrote down this. I literally wrote down like this whole thing. Mayra went into detail. Like I want there to be a villain. I want there to be this. I want this to happen like in detail. And then they put that and made it into like obviously like
that is
better wording
so
and like
iconic.
into an actual script where the kids are like actually talking and they have dialogue. I don't know how to do that dialogue stuff.
Okay,
So
iconic. You mentioned to me though that you did. So obviously you're not in the book or anything. These
I'm
are their
not.
own characters. But
This
tell me
is
what
a
you were telling
fictional
me
story.
earlier. I think it's so
okay,
cute.
So with me guys, like I've always thought this was a great word of advice from my manager. Over the years, he's always told me like with every venture that we start, it's like the best advice I've heard. He's always told me like you never want to put your name on something like a brand or like attach yourself too much to it, because you don't want you want it to like stand on its own. Does that make sense? Like, for example, like when I did Craft City, like it was not like Karina's Crafts or anything like that, because like he always suggested like stay, like it's always good to be like Craft City by Karina Garcia or like Slime Shop in like this by Karina Garcia, but like never put yourself in there because you want it to like be its own thing, you know?
I get it. Yeah.
So with this book, we were like, we're gonna do this. The slimes are gonna come to life. You know, there's gonna be 3 kids that make slime, but it's not gonna be based off of me. It's not gonna be based off of my slime shop. I want kids, dude. I want kids to walk into like Barnes and Noble, because this is gonna be like in Barnes and Noble and like what the hell?
Barnes and Noble. What else?
Amazon, basically like book retailers and stuff.
That is,
it's crazy.
Karina. And again, I found out like minutes before.
So like book fairs and stuff at school, Mayra. Like that's so crazy to me, dude.
I need one because I read books to know
I have a few extra ones. I'm gonna give you.
This is so incredible. Like we need to celebrate this.
I know, this is crazy. It's just like so crazy. So even the opportunity to be able to like write a children's novel, like for them to like
wild,
for them to like my idea enough to be like, no, we're gonna make a book, you know, like for me to even like think of this and for them to be like, okay, let's do it, like a publisher to take me serious and be like, yeah, we think this could be a children's book, like that is crazy, right? So I was like, oh my God, this is wild. Like, this is my chance. Like, oh my God, this is freaking crazy. But we didn't want to like I don't want a kid to come across this book and be like, oh, it's Karina's Slime Shop and it's a book about her slime shop just illustrated. I didn't want that. We didn't want that. We want kids to walk into the store, see the book and be like, oh, I love slime. I could see myself in those characters. Like, it's literally 3 kids at home. This is not like the Squishy Bunny Slime Shop or like mixtures everywhere at the warehouse. This is literally 3 random kids like that are friends, and they're making slime in their house and they're shipping it off. Like, I want kids to actually resonate with the characters and be like, oh, that's me. Like, that's me making slime at home and selling slime, you know, like, you know, that so vibe.
Cute.
So but I was like, okay. I was like, obviously I'm not gonna be in the book. Like, it's fine, you know, like it's not the Squishy Bunny, because like Mayra, imagine like that.
This scene is so cute, Karina.
Do you want to? What, you could read it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming this is like when the fights start or something. It's a little Simon's like, it's over, and he's like, Paul, don't talk to me. Come on, get up. We can still get out of here. I said, don't talk to me. It doesn't even make sense. And then this morning, I was the most popular slime in this shop. Like, oh, that's so cute. Why am I so? I'm actually so intrigued. Just like opening up random pages.
Such a good storyline, Mayra. You guys, I'm telling you, it's such a fun book for your kids. Like, I think you will thoroughly enjoy the storyline.
It's giving like comic book too.
It's giving that, but like,
okay, so like, yeah, it's the book has like what it's saying. This can be like very easily
it has dialogue.
Movie.
It has dialogue. That's the thing. It's not like. It's narrated. It's not like narrated. Yeah. It's an actual dialogue between the kids and the slimes.
I love it. I feel like this. Wow.
Mm-hmm. I was like, I don't care. Like, if I'm not in the book, I was like, but I need a thickie in there. I was like, I don't care. Mayra, when do you get a chance to write a freaking children's novel? I was like, this is my chance, bitch. This is my chance, girl. I was like, listen up. Like, this is a chance of a lifetime. I was like, I don't care. I don't care what she looks like. I don't care if she looks nothing like me. I don't care what her name is. But you need a thick girl in that book. We need a little thickie in there, in that friend group. And that's when Bailey was born. She's a thick icon representing. She's a queen. She's a queen. I love her. Like, her arms.
She got red highlights.
She's a queen. Yeah, she's a redhead. She's thriving. She's a redhead Latina thickie. Period.
Oh, I love it.
She's so cute. Like, they're all the characters are so cute. Like, I'm living for them. They're so iconic, and like even them alone. Like, I hope this turns into like some kind of like series where they could like, you know, like honestly though, like the actual characters, like the human characters, like they're only in the.
She a little judgy, the thick queen, huh?
She looks like she's a little feisty.
She want to fight.
She want to fight.
Those are fighting words.
No, they're you know, everybody has their own like personality in there. The slimes, you'd be shocked. Like, they all have their own different personalities. Like, there's like the popular slime, there's like the shy ones, like the awkward ones, and like there's all kinds of personalities in this book, you guys. And I think you guys will like really enjoy it. It's just so I'm so happy with it. Like,
this is crazy, Karina.
I love the storyline. I love it so much.
I'm shocked. Okay, you know how people say like work in silence? Bitch, you do that. Straight up. No, nothing wrong with that. But I'm like, bitch, I'm out here telling you everything. No, literally, I feel like I would be telling you guys like crazy if I was.
I do that shit. I know.
With anything, I feel like a lot of your projects are very low key. This is
even
fucking
with my family.
Crazy, Karina.
I know, it's wild.
I'm literally shocked. The fact that you said it's coming out in Barnes and Nobles, I'm like, what?
It's gonna be like available and stuff everywhere. But
this is.
Yeah, show them the angry slime. Guys, that's Boris. He's the mad old slime.
That is me. Imagine.
He's like all fucking big, cliche. I love them. He's an icon. He just doesn't know.
So iconic, Karina.
But like, basically, I do want to tell you guys a storyline. I'm not going to spoil anything because I feel like there's so much to the book. I mean, it's over like 100 pages of illustration, you know, like, and their dialogue. So I don't think I'm going to spoil anything. But essentially, it's Bailey, which is the Thick Queen, and then we have Sophia, which is her sister, and their friend Jaden, and they're running this shop in their house, and they're making slimes, and like, you know, there's a lot in there. There's Boris, like the evil one, and like
Boris was that kind of from Borax?
Boris. Yeah.
Oh
like,
my god,
like,
that
know,
is
it's
so
giving like
cute.
Borax, Boris, but like, you know, we wanted, you know, a little play on words there. But Boris basically, Karina. Okay, so, you know, they're shipping out these slimes. Boris, if you actually see him, he's on the front cover. He's over there put away in a corner. He's old and like crunchy.
Oh, that is actually so sad.
So he's actually sad because he's like, nobody cares for him anymore.
Oh my god! So why is he not in the cover? That is,
he's right there. He's right there in the shadows.
And he's there mad.
He's
I'm gonna fucking cry. Why is Boris? And y'all made sure he looked pissed in the fucking corner too.
He is. He's a villain. He's the villain, but he's Mayra. Every villain has a story, and they're all villains for a reason.
Oh,
right?
that's why do I feel so bad for it?
He's so iconic.
Somebody remind me it's a fucking cartoon. This needs to be a cartoon.
Boris is such a queen. He's so cute. Look at him. Aww. It's like, fine, don't believe me, but maybe you'll believe. Aww. And then bam, he eats him. Okay, so
he eats them.
Okay, I don't want to give out too much, guys, but Boris. So Boris is like telling them like, you guys are dumb. Well, not like that, you know, but he's basically saying like, y'all are over here like blah 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 blah. Like when like in reality, like they just make you, whip you up, and then you get sent off to some like random. They don't know where they're going. They just know like you just get sent away. So he's seen it. He's seen it for years. He's seen the slime shop.
He's not being sold because he's old, or
he's just an older slime,
or is he just like that slime that like you have for?
He doesn't realize that all he needs is activator. Like he's just old and crunchy. You know,
is that what it is? It has like a cute storyline where like all you need is love or something.
All you need is activator. For the slime, you know, like they don't know that. Like,
do they eventually?
Slime will fix them, girl.
I don't want to ruin it. I was gonna say, does he end up getting activated? But we'll keep.
There's a lot.
We'll save it for.
I'll show you the end of the page. You're gonna be like, that's funny. Aww. It's like a plot twist.
This is so iconic, Karina. This is actually gonna do so good. Like the storyline is so iconic. Like this needs to be a movie.
This is the end. Even Boris is having fun. He has like a little like crown on him and shit.
Let me see. He has a crown.
Boris is. I love him so much. He's a villain, but he has his reasons, you know. But basically, he's like warning the slimes, Mayra. You know, he's like he makes a scene and like pulls somebody aside. Well, one of the slimes, and he makes a scene, and he's like saying like, you know, like. This and that, like they're just making us to like ship us off, blah 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 blah. And they're like, no, you're crazy, blah blah. So he like kind of like loses his shit because like no one's believing him. Oh my god, I need to stop saying bad words when I'm talking about my children's book. I'm so sorry, guys.
So he's like storyline is so iconic.
I love it so much, Mayra. I love the storyline so much.
No, because I'm putting it out there. This is gonna be a movie or a series.
Girl, please. Maybe it could turn into like some kind of series with a book. That would be so cool, but I don't think a movie.
Why not?
It would be iconic, but like who's gonna pick it up, girl?
Girl, tell me why the other day I was going through my phone cleansing all these subscriptions I didn't even know I was paying for. Has this ever happened to you?
All the time. I actually subconsciously always have that on the back of my mind. I'm like, ugh, I'm probably paying for a freaking app that I bought 5 years ago. I don't know why I just procrastinated so much. It's like a hassle, almost an inconvenience of canceling subscriptions, but like I'm always thinking about it. So I gave Rocket Money a try. to cancel my subscriptions for me. And it has been amazing, girl. I don't have to worry about it. They just go in there and cancel them for you if they know you're not using them.
Sounds like a dream, girl. Every dollar counts. And at the end of the year, that all adds up, girl. I've actually been using Rocket Money and I'm surprised of all the money I've saved, girl. I just saved myself $150.
No, girl, I totally get you. Like, you could save so much money. In fact, over 80% of people have subscriptions they forgot about. I would, it says 80%. I would think like 100%. I don't know a single person that has the same issue as us. I mean, I know a lot of people that have the same issue. I feel like it's more than 80%. You could be wasting money and not even realizing it, guys.
Rocket Money helps you find those forgotten subscriptions so you can stop paying for the ones you don't use.
Dude, I have this bad habit where I'll get an app and it says like, oh, try the free trial. I'm like, oh gosh, here we go. So I'm like, it's okay. After the free trial ends, I'll go and cancel it. And then months go by and I completely forget to cancel it. I never use it again. And this is why this comes in handy.
Girl, do you know how much actually your subscriptions really cost? Most Americans think they spend around $80 a month on subscriptions, but the actual total is closer to $200
a month.
Yes, girl, you heard right.
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah, girl. And that's why you need Rocket Money, because you should know how much money you're spending.
Just canceling all of that. Like, imagine all the coffee you could be buying. And that's like paying itself just for canceling those subscriptions.
If you're looking for ways to cut costs, you need Rocket Money.
Rocket Money will quickly and easily find your subscriptions for you, and for any you don't want to pay anymore, just hit cancel and Rocket Money will cancel it for you. It's that easy, which I love because there's literally subscriptions that I forgot I even subscribed to.
Rocket Money also helps you manage all your finances in one place and automatically categorizes your expenses so you can easily track your budget in real time and also get alerted if anything looks off. That's incredible. Girl, I'm trying to be a finance queen because let me tell you, I'm struggling.
Over 3 million people have used Rocket Money, saving the average person up to $720 a year.
So start saving and visit rocketmoney.com/chins today.
That's rocketmoney.com/chins. Did you know we're eating and drinking roughly a credit card's worth of plastic a week? Do you know how much that is? That's a credit card. That is us eating a credit card a week, dude. That's so weird.
Oh my God. That blows my mind. The products that we're using every day are ultimately contaminating our water supply, generating hundreds of microplastics that we end up ingesting.
Oh, so the microplastics get in the water and that's why we're ingesting plastic? What? Okay, no, that's actually crazy. We're actually eating plastic. Okay, so Blueland is actually set out to do something about it. Eliminate the need for single-use plastic in the products that we reach for the most.
Girl, did you know that an estimated 5 billion plastic hand soaps and cleaning bottles are thrown away each year?
That's mind-blowing, but I believe it because think about how many times you're replacing your products. And if that's not bad enough, most cleaning formulas are 90% water, which is heavy to ship, leading to excessive carbon emissions.
Plus, those products are often filled with nasty ingredients like chlorine and ammonia. That's a lose-lose situation for you and the planet.
Blueland is on a mission to eliminate single-use plastic by reinventing cleaning essentials to be better for you and the planet. Oh my God, Mayra, I actually just got my package recently. Well, me and Mayra were actually fighting for the package because hers is coming in and the packaging is so cute and it's cool because literally it's refillable so we don't have to throw it away, and the aesthetics alone, I'm happy to keep the bottles.
And their idea is simple. They offer endlessly refillable cleaning products with a beautiful cohesive design that looks great on your counter.
You literally just fill up your bottles with water, you drop in the tablets and you wait for them to dissolve. You'll never ever have to grab bulky cleaning supplies on your grocery run.
Refills start at just $2.25.
Wow.
You can even set up a subscription or buy in bulk for additional savings, girl.
I don't see how I'm going to go back to other cleaning supplies.
Same. With a newborn at home, I just want to make sure I'm using clean products that don't have too much toxins and smell too strong.
Oh my gosh, so tell me why the other day I experienced this firsthand. I was cleaning with my Blueland products and I reached for another random product that I was using. And when I sprayed it, I was so shocked at how strong the toxins were, like where I started coughing. And I didn't even realize like how much cleaner and like how just they smell good, but they're not like super full of toxins until I took out the other spray and I was shook, Mayra. I was like, oh my gosh, these are actually really good. I got the Clean Essentials kit, which has everything you need to get started. It comes with 3 bottles of cleaner plus a bottle of hand soap, and it comes in beautiful light scents such as iris agave, fresh lemon, and eucalyptus mint.
Well, girl, guess what? Blueland has an offer just for our listeners. Get 15% off your first purchase of any product.
To get 15% off your first order, go to blueland.com/chins. You won't want to miss this. Blueland.com/chins.
That's blueland.com/chins. I mean, the storyline, Karina, is incredible.
It's just so crazy. And then so then,
Okay, were you high when you wrote this, girl?
No, I wasn't. It was it was just like, you know what, this would be really cool. And just when I started actually typing it out, I was like, oh my God, I just got so into it.
Wow.
So Boris is telling them, I'm all over here telling you guys the whole thing. I'm not spoiling anything because it's just, there's so much information. There's a lot. But he's he starts going crazy. They don't believe me, blah, blah, blah. So then he gets mad and he eats the slime. But he doesn't eat him. Okay. So how slime is mixes together. So he basically absorbs him and swallows him. So he
what happens to,
and then he spits him out and they're zombies and they're changed. So they're noticing that their friend is different. They're like, what's wrong with you? And he's just acting odd, He's kind of turning them into zombies slowly,
He's possessed.
So he's he's a villain, He's turning them against themselves. You know what I mean? Things like that. And then that's when they're we need to figure this out. And that's when, they got a problem to solve. And so basically
so this whole storyline
is about the slimes. Right?
How long did it take you to write this or to put the idea together? I know you had it written down, but the little I mean, damn.
Okay, so
how you wrote all everything that they're saying. It was how was that written in a?
So I pitched this to my manager. I want to say, Mayra, I want to say a long time ago. I want to say 2018 is the first time I ever told my manager about it. I was I think this would be really cool. And he was like, well, we should pitch it as a book. It would be really cool. I feel it'd be easier to get picked up as a book, And I was like, okay, we'll try. It's a freaking novel. What? I don't know. I was that's not going to happen. And then once we started having calls with the publisher, it was in 2020.
Wow.
And actually, I feel we had calls before that. I feel this is when we actually started getting illustrators and writers and stuff.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so it takes a whole team.
Damn.
It takes a whole team. As you can see on here, there's...
I mean, you did
Kevin.
Amazing.
Nikki, Karina.
You want to tell them when it launches?
Okay, so the book comes out in August, you guys.
You want to hold it?
But it is available now for pre-order. So if you order it now... it's available to pre-order, but you'll be getting the book in August, which is literally already next month. So yeah. So at the beginning of the month, next month, it comes out officially.
Let me tell y'all something. If I was not Karina's sister, I would be I'm still gonna. You know what? I'm still gonna order it, bitch.
I think it's such a cute storyline.
It is. No, you don't get it. Just me flipping on there. It's already Mayra, catching my attention.
I showed Mia the other day. Obviously, she has no idea. she saw me because I'm at the top right, a picture of me, and she was like, "Mommy," and she was literally just looking at the pictures, and she loved it. She was all into it. Obviously, she doesn't read and stuff, but she loved the colorful slimes and
I want to read it.
I was I'm this is crazy because obviously I didn't my slime books and stuff, but this is a novel.
Crazy, Karina.
What what? It's so crazy.
Do you understand
I do.
How big of a deal that is.
No, I do. Honestly, I'm this is me putting my foot into something else.
Wow.
This is obviously I'm aware that, that most of the people that are going to buy it are probably supporters, most likely, that, watch us and stuff. But I think about it and I'm this is putting my foot into another industry that could be a thing.
Yeah.
If it does well,
it's going to do really good.
If it does good and stuff, the publishers could turn it into a series. Maybe they would trust me in making other books, children's book.
Wow.
That's I feel that's a whole other field.
It is, yeah.
That's crazy. I'm what the heck? I have a children's book,
that's
illustrated book. That is mind blowing.
This is why I'm so mind blown that you didn't tell us much about it.
I'm I remember I told.
I know. I'm just I feel it's such a big deal that I'm wait, why are we not celebrating this shit?
So I told you and Luis.
I know. You told us a few years ago.
I was
you told us the idea of it.
I told you guys, I was I'm coming out with this book. But they take so long that you guys probably thought it's probably not even a thing yet. But yeah. like time. I mean, I feel like it kind of came fast. Now it took forever, but now that I'm like, oh my God, I have the final copy in my hands. Like,
it's so cute.
And it's coming out next month. Oh my gosh. Like, it's crazy. But it is available now, you guys, for pre-order. Wow. And honestly, guys, like, it's genuinely a good story. Like,
it really is.
I'm so proud of the storyline.
I'm shocked.
I'm so proud. But
it is, yeah.
But yeah, 3 kids who make
You really
slime.
did that shit, Karina.
That's crazy. Huh? And like, I'm so excited, like, with these publishers, like, I'm like, oh my gosh.
It's going to open a lot of doors in like a different field.
In that, like, in children's books. Like, what?
That's wild.
Like, now I want to think of another storyline that has nothing to do with,
I was going to say,
slime.
like, have you thought about like another storyline?
I don't want to say too much. I don't want to say too much, bitch, but I've already had another call with them.
Oh my God.
About like potentially like another book that has nothing to do with the slime or anything. Like, just like a separate thing. So like,
you have to tell me.
I have to tell you, it has nothing to do with me as not an autobiography or anything. Even this is like not about me. Like, I know it's about slime. It's called Slime Shop, you know, but it has nothing to do with us. Like, our slime shop's not in the book. Like, I'm not in the book. Like, this is just 3 fictional characters who have a slime shop and they sell slime, and the slime, literally, like, the characters themselves, like the humans are in the book for like 5% of the book. The whole story is about the slimes and like their villain and like everything going on with them. There's even like a little love story in there. Like Polly, the popular girl.
I'm on Titanic.
The popular the Polly, the popular slime.
Love.
So the popular slime, she's like popular, everybody loves her. And one of the guys, like, he likes her, but like she like no lo pela, you know? She doesn't like pay attention to him. But in the end, like he kind of like saves her life. So then she's like, oh, like, you know.
Wow.
So it's cute. These publishers, I was just like, oh my gosh, like, what the heck? Like, they were like, before this, even like, yeah, this was like last year when this was in the works, and they were saying like, yeah, we should work on like another one, and we like kind of like brainstormed another one that has nothing to do with slime or the storyline itself, just like a whole other thing, Mayra. Wow. I was like, this is actually insane.
Oh my God.
Like, I would love to like, I feel like this is my first foot into that world of like,
the fact that this is your first book and it's already this iconic is
it's definitely my first. Well, I have done like
first book. I know you have another one, right?
I have 3, but they're like slime and DIY related.
Okay,
I had my first recipe book, my first slime recipe book, and then they loved that one. They loved how it did well and stuff. So then we did a second slime recipe book, and then we did a DIY book. Like, it's just DIYs. But this is my first ever. I literally.
That's what I was gonna say. This is your first.
I know.
I know what you mean.
I think I consider it my first book.
I think it's iconic. I think it's gonna do good. Congratulations, bitch. Thanks, I'm like, Karina. This is crazy. I don't even like. That's the storyline. Like, I'm shocked really that you came up with all that.
Well, like, I gotta give it up to the writers too. Like
but
and
the idea behind it. Wow.
But I'm so grateful to have been able to work with them. Like, it's just, I mean, they literally brought it to life like more than I even expected. So crazy. Like, so crazy. They even added like I don't even think I had a love story in my outline, but like little things that they're like, we gotta have drama, we have to have problem solving, we have to have love, we have to have everything.
That's so iconic.
Like, you know.
I just love that you have the girl in there. I think it's so cute that you included it in there.
I love her. She's a queen.
I
honestly, Mayra, like, I don't know about you. I'm thinking about growing up. I could be wrong. Like, especially nowadays, like, there has to be a lot more like inclusivity, right? Yeah. But I'm thinking of like when I would read books as a kid. Like, when did you see like a little thickie on the cover? Like, I'm just thinking like, I was like, girl, she gotta be. I was like, I don't care. Like,
no, that's like so cute.
We have to put a thickie in there to represent. Like, you know, like, I just thought it'd be so iconic. Like, I feel like a lot of times, like, you know, maybe it's changed now, but I feel like as a kid, like reading like books like Joni B. Jones and like all those books, like you never really saw like thick characters much. You know, maybe I could be wrong, but I was just like, this is a cool opportunity. Like, when would I ever get an opportunity like this where I have a say in like, you know, in what they are and stuff? I was like, I need a thick girl in there.
It's iconic. It's an iconic book. I could tell it's gonna do amazing. My question is, I know with Craft City, I know you said you had your hands tied a lot. I feel like with this one,
it's hard. Yeah, I know what you mean.
This one, you had a lot more input, huh?
Well, I feel like when you're writing something like, you know, yeah, I mean, even with Craft City, I never want to like say that my hands were tied. It's just that you're working with such a big team like there's a CEO and then you're the face of it. So
Yeah.
like they have to have a say in it too. So
Yeah.
with this, like it's a team effort, and it's like I trusted them even with the ideas that they came out with when they were like, when you have this in there and that. Like I loved 100%, you know.
Yeah.
I just really like that they did let me like. I mean, I first like initially like I wrote the whole outline and then I sent that over to them, and that's where they worked off of my outline. You know what I mean? So I really like that. Like it's just so cool. Like I'm like, this is such a cool opportunity. Like I'm not gonna like I'm probably like never gonna have this opportunity again. Like I'm like I need to like do something.
Seems
cool
like
with
you
this.
are with the other one, and that's so exciting.
Oh my god, so crazy. But yeah, I mean it's a lot of it. Like I don't want to be cliche. Like you know how everybody always says when they come out with something. I've been working with this for I've been working on this for years. No, literally, guys, books take years.
Wow.
Books take years, but I'm really excited. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's crazy.
It's a big deal for sure. Okay, so I came across a TikTok where it says like it's hard to talk about your wins. You know, like, are you someone, you know, perfect example, the book, right? Something that shit, I would be telling everybody, y'all coming out with a book. I feel like you're very private about your projects.
Literally, like all my
Does
friends.
any of your friends know about this book?
No, they're all gonna watch this and be like, wait,
Shocked.
what? You're coming out with a book?
But you know what's crazy, Karina? I feel like with any little project though, even within the family, we'll like tell each other. I feel like nothing wrong with it. I respect the hustle. But it's crazy that a lot of your big launches, like we find out to their days from coming out.
Yeah.
Like you are like the perfect example of working like on the low and not talking about it.
And it's funny because like not even with my family.
Exactly. Like this morning, y'all. This morning,
I told Raul yesterday.
Saw the book.
I told Raul. No. He
Hold
knows about
on,
the book.
wait. I was like,
Raul knows about the book. He's obviously like he's seen me join all the meetings and stuff.
Okay.
But I told Raul yesterday, like, oh, by the way, we're having talks about another thing, and he was like, what? Yeah,
That's crazy, Karina.
but he knows like. I'm sure when the book started, like when it started developing, that's when he saw me get on a meeting. He was probably like, "Wait, you're doing a book?" Like that's, I don't know what it is. Like I'm just very like to myself about that, and I've actually always heard that from you guys. Even when I came out, I think with like my slime kit at stores and stuff. I probably told you guys like super last minute.
You
too.
told us like, I think literally when you came out with Craft City, I think it launched. Was it October 1st?
I can't remember that. I can't remember the day.
You know why I remember? Because I got married September 30th, and you didn't sleep that night because you had to launch the next day.
Oh shit!
And we were hearing about it within those days. Like she's coming out like on Target and everything. It was like a big deal, and I was like, oh, she didn't tell us.
Guys, okay, you're
Karina
probably,
is a definition of working like on the low.
no, honestly,
Iconic, bitch. I wish I could. You know what? That's an issue with me. I tell everybody everything I'm doing,
and I don't do it purposely to be like, oh, I'm gonna like shock.
No,
them.
I know.
I think I just suck at telling people shit. Like for real. Like I really, it's not even me just being like, oh, I'm gonna work on the low and then show y'all like at all.
Yeah.
I dead ass just don't say shit.
No, I know.
I just don't say anything.
That's crazy.
And then I'll tell you when they're like, why wouldn't you not tell me? I'm like, I don't know actually.
yeah,
I don't know.
you know what?
You know what it is, Mayra? You know
What
what
is
I
it?
know what it is. There's a very fine line between telling people what you're doing and then like rubbing stuff in people's face. There's a fine line between feeling like you're like, I don't want to be like, I'm doing this and I'm doing that and I'm doing this. You know what I mean?
I get you.
Like in general, people with their accomplishments, like sometimes you don't want to like be that person that's just telling everybody, guess what I'm doing now? Guess what I'm doing that? I feel like that could also come
is that
across
why
a
you
little
feel
bit.
like you don't want to do? Or?
No. I genuinely think that I just don't tell people anything. I also feel like
that
I'm
tells
kind
a
of like,
lot about like, and cheesy as fuck, but it really tells a lot about like how you are and how you carry yourself. I feel like you were literally the kind of person that,
but it's just because I just don't. It's not even like I just don't.
I mean, it's wow.
But I feel like
But you do realize like within yourself, like the big deal that it is.
100%. I realize that. I see it as like probably one of the biggest things in my career. Like this, I feel like for me, I'm like, this is kind of like stepping out of what I do. Like I know the book is based off of like a slime shop and stuff, but like this is a fictional story. Like it's a illustrated book for kids. Like this is different. This is my chance to show like the publishing world that I could make books,
bitch.
And I could make books aside from just a slime recipe. I could make actual like storylines, fictional stories.
Story.
And the fact that they even picked this up, Mayra, I would have never thought. You know, like I know I did books about my slime, like my actual like recipes, but like me pitching a story, like a fictional story, like, oh, let's do like a children's illustrated book. Wow. I didn't think I was gonna get picked up. Like that's crazy. That is insane, crazy,
Karina.
But no, but
the way you guys hustle is so admiring. Like that's why I'm so shocked.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
That's why I'm so shocked. I'm like, it's such a big deal that you're coming out with this book, and you're like very like, oh, I came out with a book, and it's like, well, Karina, what?
It's a huge deal to me.
It is a big deal.
It's a really big deal to me, but it's not like, I don't know. I think I have a hard time expressing like,
yeah, that's crazy.
You know what I mean? But it's huge. Like, it's huge.
That's crazy.
It's like, what the heck? That's crazy.
Honestly, queen shit. Like,
and even if this is the only children's novel I ever write, dude, even if the other conversation we've had, even if that falls through the cracks, like this is like stuff I'm gonna tell my kids about. Like, dude, when I gave it to Mia, I was like, oh my gosh, she was like so into it. I was like, this is crazy, and my daughter's gonna be reading this, and like she's gonna be like, my mom wrote this book. Like, what? Dude, that blows my mind. Like the fact that like
going to school saying my mom's Karina
like
Garcia.
the book fairs, Mayra, like the book fairs at school, like they'll have the book.
That's crazy.
Like I've met so many kids.
Yeah, at school, like showing your friends. Hey guys,
like, I've met so many kids, Mayra, that tell me like, I got your book through the book fair. Like I wanted your book from the book fair. Because like you think about kids, Mayra, like, you know what? Do you remember the book fairs at school?
Yeah.
Think about like, you know, in that time, like when you're a kid and you love slime. When they saw that there was a slime recipe book in there, like I have so many kids telling me like, oh my God, like your book on the book fairs were like the rave. I'm like, that's well, my recipe book. You know, this is different, so I don't know how it's gonna do this. It's like a novel, but I want a kid to like walk into a store or see the book in the book fair, like papers, and like not think like, oh, it's Karina Garcia's story about her slime. Like, no.
Yeah.
I want them to just see like 3 kids on the book and like some slime and be like, oh, that's so cool. Slime shop. Like,
yeah,
it's about slime. And like, you know, that's what I want them to see. I never wanted this to be about us or our shop. And like, imagine like that would have been so different. Like if it was like the same thing but with us in it and like the slime shop and the mixers, it would have just not been the same.
You know, you create a whole storyline that's like interesting, and there's
part.
Drama, there's love, there's all of it without exposing your life. Period.
No,
you know?
Yeah, like this is like nothing to do with like, I love it. Actual us. Like I'm just so happy to be a part of a book like that. Like where you get to like literally take your creativity and your imagination and be like, this is like just make 3 fictional characters. There's gonna be a bunch of slimes and they're all gonna have different personalities. You'll be shocked like all the personalities there is in there with like all the slimes and stuff.
Queen shit.
But I'm so happy to have like done that. Like I'm so excited about it. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. You know something, girl? I don't think I have balance because I'm thinking about how much time I'm at work, how much time I spend at the warehouse. I take my daughter with me, but like I'm not home enough. I'm not having enough time to myself, I feel like.
Yes, girl, I feel you. It's easy to get caught up in what everyone else needs from you and never take a moment to think about what you need for yourself.
I know, girl. I don't know why it's so hard to prioritize myself, but when we spend all of our time giving, it can leave us feeling stretched thin and burned out. Because I feel like I'm doing something. I'm like, I'm getting work done. I'm busy. But then I'm like, where's my time? Well, girl, I got some good news for you. Therapy can actually give you the tools to find more balance in your life so you can keep supporting others without leaving yourself behind. How does that sound? I mean, you know how I feel about therapy. I feel like every person needs therapy. Sometimes I need to give myself that push because I've tried it myself. I've literally, the first time I ever did therapy was on BetterHelp because it's online and I just feel like, you know, it's way less stressful than going in person and meeting somebody that's so awkward. But even with me, like I'm the biggest advocate for therapy, and I will always tell people to go to therapy. But sometimes I need to remind myself, like, girl, you need to go to therapy. And it is helpful for learning positive coping skills and how to set boundaries. It empowers you to be the best version of yourself. Y'all, it isn't just for those who've experienced major trauma, etc. You guys know I've been taking therapy. I love BetterHelp. My therapist checks up on me every single week, and I really do feel like it's truly helped me. If you guys are thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule, y'all. It's time to get that balance in your life, queen.
It's so easy, you guys. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapist anytime for no additional charge.
Find more balance with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/chins and giggles today to get 10% off your first month.
That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/chins and giggles.
I mean, I've been rambling, holy shit, an hour about this. I don't want to make this all about me, girl.
No, as you should.
No, but you know what? But there's other topics. There's other fun topics.
Well, even that topic in general, like about like talking about certain things. Like I had seen a TikTok where the some guy was saying like my girl's always telling me to not put out like what I'm doing because like manojo, you know.
That part.
Yeah. And he was saying that like he ended up posting that he was in a flight. That they were going like on a flight and like the flight ends up getting delayed because he like put it out there like never tell people like your next move.
You know what? I think I do believe that too. You should.
I do believe that. Moves. I feel like I'm telling Karina this because she's like my sister, but I do believe in like not telling like just people like things, ideas you're thinking.
Well, then also like I just feel like whenever you start telling people stuff, I mean, it's not even the malojo thing for me. I think it's really just like.
Sometimes things are in the air and then if they don't end up being done, then
things fall through the cracks and it's like you already told everybody and stuff and it's just like,
yes. You know. I think that's what it is for me. I feel like I don't really believe the malejo. It's more like, okay, if I tell you this idea that I have, like in the moment, I'm gonna feel pressure.
I'm gonna feel pressure.
And then like next week or I don't know, a year from now, it falls through, it doesn't happen, then you know, they're asking you like, oh, so what happened with that? You know?
No, yeah, for me, I think I don't tell anybody anything. Like I'm talking like guys, my mom, dad, I'm gonna show my dad after, he doesn't even know.
He doesn't. Girl.
Yeah, like even with my family, I don't really like tell them. I do like with like things that come out with, I guess like Squishy Bunny is like actively like
more tell us coming out. You'll like, show us like stuff.
I'll tell them like, look, I'm working on this box. I'm working on this. I'll show you guys like the future boxes coming out and stuff. But with projects like this, they're in the works for so long that I feel like when they finally come into like fruition, I'm shocked that it came out. I'm like, oh my God, it's here. It's actually here now.
Yeah.
We're like, I feel like if I just like start telling everybody, like then I feel pressure. Like there's like some kind of pressure there.
Like the questions and everything.
I don't know. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I rather a lot of times, like, and this happens a lot where my friends will find things out like with stuff like this. And it's like, I don't know. I'm like, okay, I just want to, you know, but yeah, that's really different. Like I've never done something like this. Like this is like, what the heck? It's crazy.
It's such a big deal.
But hopefully, you know, like I could like do other cool books, like, you know, different things. I would love to be more into that, like, children's book thing, like that. Just even having my foot in there, I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy.
It's crazy, Karina. But you should be really proud of yourself.
No, I am. It's just like surreal. Like what the heck?
It's surreal, bitch. I'm shocked.
It's wild.
Anyway, speaking of new stuff, we're trying to, you know,
freshen up a bit.
You know.
That's why today I was like, we need to bring the energy. I just feel like the last couple episodes, honestly, like within myself, I've noticed like
me too.
I love this podcast so much. I do. I freaking love this podcast. I feel like it's a weekly like therapy thing between us both.
Yes.
But I just feel like these last 2 weeks, it's just been so hectic that I've kind of like dissociated myself a little bit, like a tiny bit, where I'm like, it's hard for me to sit down and go into like full, like give it my all.
Me too. I get what you
mean.
And
it's bothering me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, this podcast is literally like my outlet. It's my safe space. Like, why am I feeling like this? And it's just like, we've just been like, I don't know, like lately. And then, you know, you're settling in as a mom too. I know he's already 2 months old and stuff, but there's just life is crazy
going on.
Life is crazy, girl.
So when it comes to sitting down and like,
you know, and sometimes we have to remind ourselves, like, sit down and unwind. Because this should be unwinding. This shouldn't be seen as like, okay, now we gotta go film the podcast. And like, you feel like the tension of like putting on a show. It's not, that's not what it is. So we're trying to get it together.
So obviously, you know, I really do love our setup. It's elevated from the beginning. Like looking at the very first episode, the lighting, everything has gotten a lot better. But you know, at the table, first of all, you guys, we ended up getting the table because I was pregnant. I was trying to, you know, hide my pregnancy, and now that I think about it, we should have never got the table, but we did it for a reason. And honestly, like we really
did it because we were trying to hide your pregnancy. It was season 2 and you were popping.
And not just that, we really wanted to go for that very like talk show vibe.
You know what I wanted to go for? I wanted to go for the real.
Let's keep it 100. I think we did mention it though. We were inspired by the real. I love the real.
I like the real.
And it was giving that. It's iconic.
And it's iconic when there's like multiple people on stage, like several.
Yes.
Because that's kind of makes sense with a talk show. But when it's just two people and it's a podcast, this is cool too.
It just depends, like the vibe, right? Because when I watch us, it does look professional that there's like a table and everything, but I feel like it's missing like the lounge look,
the comfortable look,
the comfortable, not so professional look.
Yeah, like we're definitely
Chilling
comfortable
look.
and chilling, you know. And for some people, they would probably see that and be like, I like that it looks like professional and stuff. But I feel like, yeah, like I kind of just want to kick back on the couch. This table, like I could use it at the warehouse or something. Like we could use it anywhere else, dude. Like she's iconic.
Yeah.
But
I think though in the beginning, I know in the beginning they didn't like the table. It was the fact that the set was a pretty buck. And we're like, to just remove the table. But we could use it for something else.
I
like
feel
for
like
meetings and stuff. I think it'd be
like
really
this
cute.
it would be so cute, Mayra. Like him and our meetings and stuff.
This
Like
would be super cute for that.
I love it.
You know what? Do you do sit down videos for your channel?
I've actually been struggling to find like a new set for that, so maybe I should use it for that.
You should.
This would be perfect
Because
for
if
that.
I was still doing my main channel, bitch, I'd be doing my makeup tutorials on this fucking table.
You know what? I'm
You know what, bitch? If you don't take it when I come back to YouTube, imagine.
Right?
No, this is so iconic because have you thought about doing like I mean, I know we're losing like the loungy part of it, but like have you thought like Karina Garcia's like doing like a set?
a little
your
bit, but I don't
main
want to
channel?
do too much of a set. But I feel like the table would be a cute asset to
Iconic.
it for sure. But yeah, guys, we are thinking like we've seen the comments over the whole season, like get rid of the table, get rid of the table, get rid of the table. And honestly, I was just like, y'all have no idea how much went into the set. First of all, like this building, this set, mama was a whole thing, and I'm like, we can't just get rid of it. But I feel like we're a few episodes in already. We're a good amount of episodes in where maybe we could switch it up a little bit and like bring back like this is the couches that we were using on the other one.
Yeah, we were using these.
Well, we started off with the gray single couches, but then over time we did switch to these, but nobody really noticed much because like we were still doing the loungy vibe.
Yeah.
But we could have the loungy vibe with this set and just not the table, and then maybe angle the couches a little bit more like this, where we're facing more each other and more kickback. Maybe add some color, some throw blankets, like get some color.
I think that the colors, we have color. I think
Yeah.
we just need to make it more like chill,
More loungy.
comfortable with a blanket, like my coffee, like
Yes, because I used to
comfortable,
like
like
I used to kick back and like literally just be fucking laying on the couch with crisscross applesauce and all. It was so comfy.
iconic.
And this is really comfy too. I like
Not
it.
to say we don't like it. I love this setup, but
I love this
comments.
set. I do love this set, but there's nothing like kicking up your feet on a couch with your blanket. And it something about like this set, it does feel a little bit more intimidating, and sometimes that could feel like you're having to like put on a show, and it's like,
Yeah, I get what you mean.
like our old setup was like small and just little couches, and like that it could still be that.
Yeah.
It's a table.
This table though,
I love her.
we got to figure her out. No, because Karina, I'm really thinking like this table could come in handy for just
so many other
content.
things. Well, I'm trying to get rid of my other table, the actual one that we have at the warehouse, like the meeting one, whatever.
Yeah.
That one's glass, and I feel like Mia's always like bumping into it. I don't like it. I think I actually will put this one there, like with chairs
Did you
around
just
it.
pick your nose?
I did pick my nose, by the way.
Varied.
But I think that'd be cool. So
yeah, you still get a good use out of it.
but that would be we should do that.
Yeah,
Let us know, guys.
I know, and I had mentioned my channel because I actually really am thinking of going back to it eventually. It's not crazy. It's been a year, more than a year that I posted on my main
Yes.
channel.
Yeah,
I just want to kind of like, I really feel like having Noah has really like pushed me. I feel like I'm like seeing that like me again, where I'm like excited about things.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like you kind of like, want to do things, because before I had him, I was like completely like, the only thing I really had going for myself was the podcast. And like I was posting vlogs here and there, but like my mindset of like wanting to do things wasn't there.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, I want to kind of get back into things.
Yeah.
And I want to get back into my main channel.
I'm here for it.
I miss like the beauty channel, like the beauty videos, and I know makeup tutorials are not so in anymore, but I feel like there's ways of incorporating like makeup and making it fun. And imagine us doing get ready with me's in there,
So
and just
fun.
like you get to see like a professional side of you. It's like your main channel. You see a side where she's like Karina Garcia's on, but she's still her, but like a professional side from the vlogs.
It's a different style content.
Yeah, and it's a different audience too. I don't know if you could agree, but my audience that I have on my vlog channel is way different than what I've had on Mayra Shades of Glam. 100%. Complete different audience.
I mean, yeah.
And I feel like it just makes me sad. Like I feel like I built that channel. I worked so fucking hard for it.
That's how I feel about my channel sometimes. I'm like,
I forget how many subscribers. I think I have 2 million subscribers. To have just completely abandoned it makes me sad. And I was like watching videos not that long ago. First of all, they're hilarious. The ones we've done with you, me, and Peter, cracking the fuck up, honestly.
They're so funny. You know what was one of my favorite videos, Mayra?
Huh?
That we filmed on your channel? With the powder, the fucking flower challenge.
Oh my God, yes.
Dude, you know what we should do? We should bring that back to TikTok.
I miss those videos. Yeah.
We should bring that to TikTok, the flower challenge.
I miss like the sit down videos in general. Like all those kinds. And like my last video was me opening the gender reveal gifts from Briancito. Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah, that was like, obviously I was like completely in a different mindset. So I completely like abandoned it, obviously. So I want to go back to it. I don't know how it would come back, but I want to go back to it.
Should.
It's been so in the back of my head.
Overthink it too. Like, do I have to do a comeback video? You don't have
to.
No.
Like I want to come back and
do it. Get ready with me, chat.
I miss that. Or like just the sit down videos. Like I could probably even talk more like with Q&As and stuff. You know, like your main channel, the vibe it gives. You know, it's just different from a vlog channel.
It's so different.
But yeah, I'm thinking of coming back.
You should.
We'll see.
That's exciting.
We will see. But
dude, I love that those are so convenient. Like I don't even know when you're pumping sometimes.
Yeah, I just finished pumping. You know what? I didn't pump right though because I only got 2 ounces right now.
You know what I love on TikTok? I will literally search it up like on my search bar. I will literally search up oversupply pumping.
See, oversupply can mess with you a little bit because I got myself thinking I'm not pumping enough and I'm pumping just enough. Well, I don't know. No one eats a lot, but it got me thinking like people will be pumping like 30, 50 ounces. I'm like, girl, how does that fit in there?
So iconic, right? I love watching these TikToks. Like the girls will be like, it's 5 a.m. I haven't pumped in X amount of hours. I'm so engorged, and then their boobs are like massive. Like I mean,
they're like so.
I'm not
like,
watching for the titties, after. But like,
bye.
They'll be like so engorged.
Karina's like, I'm here for the knockers.
I'm here for the titties. They'll be like so engorged, and they'll be like, okay, it's time to pump, and like you literally, as they're pumping, like 5 minutes after, their boobs like shrunk half in size.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, all right, 5 minutes in, they got like freaking 10 ounces.
They're like 5 minutes in, and they had to already dump.
Yes,
like
and as they're switching to dump it, like they're already leaking and stuff. Like they have so much milk.
It's iconic.
And they'll be like 10 minutes in. Okay, guys, today I got 50 ounces. What?
How do you even become an oversupplier? Like,
dude, you know what I think? I've noticed on TikTok. I don't know if it's just. I noticed that the ones that like the girls have big boobs, like, are they more likely to have oversupply?
I used to think that, and then I came across a girl that has like my boobs. She was like. She was
like
they were itty bitties, and she pumped a lot. She pumped, I think it was like 30 ounces.
That's a lot.
And I was like, wait a minute.
I feel like anything above 20 is like, whoa, even 20 is a lot. Like,
bitch, anything above 10,
anything above 10, I'm like, whoa, you got a lot of milk, girl.
Anything?
I don't think I was ever able to pump more than like
10.
I don't think I ever pumped 8 ounces when I was pumping.
8 ounces.
But then I always thought because I had
depending your journey, because 8 ounces, I feel like you start pumping that till like, I mean, I've seen people with newborns pumping that, but I feel like realistically, when you're supplying just enough, I feel like you should be
because a baby feeds
8
like
ounces. It has to be like a few months in.
4 to 8 ounces the baby will feed, so like it's perfect. You're pumping just
4
enough.
to 8 ounces,
right? Like once they're like
Noah is not eating 8 ounces.
No, like I'm saying like
I was like, damn.
I'm talking about a breastfed kid in general, like when they were like 8 months, they're probably eating like 8 ounces.
The bigger they get, yes. Because Noah at first, I remember my body was probably doing like 2 to 3.
Because like there's no way that even an infant would eat 50 ounces. You know what I mean? That's an oversupply.
A toddler could drink that.
It's an oversupply.
It's an oversupply. Some people do have an oversupply naturally.
I think it's so satisfying.
I think it's iconic.
When they're like,
wonder if you can like make your body oversupply.
I don't know. I think it's so fun to watch that. Like,
it's so fun. I love that.
Like, and it makes me think like, so if you have big boobs, is there likely more chance of you having oversupplies because the glands, are they not bigger? Is there more? Like, is Elizabeth?
I told Elizabeth. I literally told Elizabeth this last time. I'm like, would you breastfeed? Like, because she was carrying Noah.
She would literally have enough
and
milk
Noah
to
was
feed
like,
a village.
Noah was like leaning on her boobs, and we were joking that he was like, damn, these fucking knockers must have a lot of milk. And I was telling her, I'm like, do you think you'd produce a lot of milk because your boobs are big?
Like, don't they have more milk ducts naturally?
I would think, right? They're probably bigger too.
I would think like
they get big when they're engorged.
Like, I'm like, am I never gonna have an oversupply because my boobs are so small?
I feel like I think that about myself too a lot.
But then again, does it even matter how big they are? Who knows, huh?
I think some people just have an oversupply naturally. Like, they don't even have to try like pumping. They just naturally have an oversupply.
I wonder what plays into it.
Yeah, but that could mess with you a little bit because I'd be comparing myself to other women and I'm like, why am I not pumping this much? Not 30 ounces either. Mm-hmm. But some people get their milk in like they naturally, you know, by this stage.
Some of them right away, like they're pumping a lot.
Yeah. But you know what? You know how I have a schedule now? It has increased. It's like back to normal. We're good. But yeah, I wish that's crazy. 30 ounces. Wow. But now that I'm on track, I notice almost not every session, like at least 2 sessions a day, I'll have to store like half of the milk in the fridge because he's not going to drink it all. So that's how I know I'm like, yay, I'm building my little stash. But it's so up to date where it's like, oh, the stash is like wiped out that same day. Okay. So I haven't like been able to freeze.
How people will buy like separate freezers and stuff. Because like that's how much milk.
That was me with Briancito. Because he wasn't feeding all that. He was literally a premature baby. He was not that's what I thought going into this pregnancy. I'm like, I'm gonna have my freezer stash because that's what I had with Briancito. I used to think
that too. I never had a single bag in the fridge.
No, it's not realistic. That's why.
For me, it was like I was lucky if I had extra like in the fridge in a bottle.
Yeah, like it's not. For all the mommies out there, you guys, it's your body is making your milk to feed on demand, realistically. It's not feeding for 3-5 children. It's not. So honestly, it's iconic when you do have like that extra supply. But realistically,
and in general, you know, a fed baby, as long as
fed baby, and if you're not breastfeeding and you could not produce milk, that's okay too. Fed baby is best. Period.
As long as their belly's full, that's all that matters.
That part.
Oh yeah.
Well, y'all. I hope you guys have an amazing Friday or Thursday, whether you're listening or watching.
Have a great weekend.
Yes. Don't forget to rate us on Apple Podcasts. And if you guys are watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe and comment, Queen.
And thank you guys so much for tuning in. My book is now available for pre-order.
All right.
We'll leave it linked below. Thanks for watching, you guys. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.